So the guy in the White House appeared to endorse efforts by legislators in several states to allow public schools to offer Bible classes. The ACLU said it found public school teachers using the Bible impact religious life lessons and use of Sunday school lessons and worksheets for source material. These are not academic approaches to objective study of the Bible and its historic or literary value, the ACLU pointed out. But in June 2018, the Kentucky Board of Education approved standards for the classes, but the ACLU was still worried about what was being taught. So the question is, should Bible classes or religion classes be taught in like all schools or in like colleges?
I think
we're not in school days, George.
I think that it should. I think that it should be taught in schools, but it should be as like an after-school class where children and people have the opportunity, like to have the choice if they would like to take the class or not. Because people are very sensitive when it comes to that topic, and not everyone like share the same beliefs and the same religion. So like, yeah, that's what I think. But I definitely think it should be added in schools. It's important to talk about God, but just have it as a choice instead of making people take it.
I personally disagree. I feel like because everyone has different religions, beliefs, and values, that I feel like it should only be, instilled obviously in Catholic schools and some schools. Some people are not religious, so to make it more of a requirement would make people feel a kind of way, or even make the parents feel a kind of way, especially if they're not religious.
That's what I was saying, that it should be taught as like an after-school class, where if people who are interested in taking that class, they have the opportunity to take it. If they don't want to take it, they don't have to. It could be like an after-school activity. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So it should be like as an option. Yeah, like if you're interested in taking that class, you could like learn more about it. And the people who's in that class, they would have like probably the same beliefs and probably not, but it wouldn't be, because like I said before, like people are sensitive about that. So that's why it should be probably as an option. Like you could take it if you want, but it's important that people know about God. And I understand people don't share the same beliefs, but it's important to have that stilled in that knowledge. But
I agree with both of you guys, because like it is a very sensitive topic, especially in like public schools and stuff, because it's so diverse in all public schools, which is why I can understand why it should be kept in like Catholic schools, because it's all for the Catholics, because not everybody agrees to other people's religion, and having it as an after school program rather than a class would make much more sense, but even then it could stir up some drama, because then they'll feel, this is just me thinking that like people feel some kind of way that they'll be like this religion as an after-school program, but not this one.
I understand, but I feel like probably in that class, like they could learn about different religion. I don't know. Maybe.
I guess
it's interesting.
A kid like myself coming from Catholic school, because I was in Catholic school from like 5th through 8th, and just seeing how what I went through on a daily basis. So when it all started in 5th grade, we would have service on Fridays. We would have religion class, and it was crazy because they wanted to make sure we had a deep understanding of God, being that it was a Catholic school, and just making sure that, religion was instilled in us. We didn't have nuns, which is pretty weird, but just to be a part of it and, around other students was pretty fun. So,
the ACLU added that they said that the education is the best left to parents and churches, not school or government. But I do remember the time I went to when I was in elementary school, 5th grade. My mom had tried to put me in this Episcopal school.
Episcopal?
Yeah, I think it's like the rest of religion it's like a type of religion, or like somewhat similar to like Catholic, but this is like not like similar to baptism, but that's what it was called here, was at St. Mark's Day School. And I regret going to that school, because I don't know why they put me into that school when I was not ready to focus on religion yet, because they did like religious studies and everything, focused on the Bible and everything. And I'm like, as much as I believe in God, I'm just not ready yet to learn more about religion yet. All right, I'm not at this stage yet. I'd rather just focus on like graduating from elementary school or go on to the next level. But come on, I feel like, I don't know. if this is a good idea, because even though it is become elective, but if people could take this class, who knows what can happen? Like, if they fail the class, they may have to retake it again, or we don't know what the circumstance could be here. So
I
so
agree
don't
with you. I
know.
mean, I feel like the only classes which is really needed in the school system, which are the obvious, reading, writing, math, and subjects like that. I don't
And
feel like
history.
a religion and history as well.
Yeah.
I don't feel like a class like religion is really important to implement into the school system.
I just feel like it's important that a lot of kids and a lot of children have that knowledge of different religion. It's important, you go out in the world and understand, like, it might not be a part of your religion, but it's good to know and to have that knowledge. It can't hurt you. More knowledge is best.
Right, I know it is best, but I don't understand why is it important to know the history of religion if we're learning it from the Bible on our own time, or even when we go to church on some Sundays, or like every Sunday, depending on who the person is.
It would make more
It depends.
sense. It would make a lot more sense if it was rather a club, because
That's what I'm
clubs
saying, like an
clubs-
after-school club.
clubs are more like, hey, this is a thing, you can come to it. But, electives is like, hey, you have to take this class, but you don't have to take this class, if that makes any sense.
I hate those kind of options. It irritates me. It's like, I don't
Well,
have-
what I was trying to say, I'm sorry to cut you off, it's probably more like you said, like a club. Like, because I remember in college, like when I went to Brooklyn College, I graduated from there, we had that. Like, one of the guys that was working, he was like telling me about, like, they had a club there. It was like talking about God and everything like that they made. So that was a part, like, that was in the college. So that was like an option. Like, I could have took it if I wanted to. But like that, like, you could take it if you want. It's like a club. People learn about different religion. You can get together if you're really into that.
But yeah, I do agree with you. It's always good to expand your knowledge and things when it comes to learning about religion, cultures, and stuff like that. But as far as, like I said, making it a requirement, I don't agree with
Not
that.
a requirement.
I understand what
Yeah.
you're saying, but like, I agree with you. It should be more
Well,
of a
let
club.
me also ask, if they made this into a requirement, I mean, would you oppose it, or would you be willing to take the class, or would you want to like change it up a bit and like say, no, don't put this as a required field because we're not at the stage yet, or what do you think? Where do we stand on this?
I would be opposed it because, I'd be opposed it in any aspect of schooling. So elementary, middle, high school, college. And here's the reason why. Personally, me, I believe in God, but I don't read the Bible.
Right.
I don't trust the Bible. That's just me personal. But I do believe we have a God. So the fact that I would be mandatory to take a class that I don't believe in would be pointless. Because at that point, you're just setting someone up for failure. Because they will be so
Absolutely.
reluctant. So that's me personally.
Okay, I feel like it shouldn't be a requirement. It should be more of like a choice. Like, if you would like to take it, then you can take it. But it shouldn't be a requirement. Of course not. Everyone doesn't have the same beliefs as you and share the same beliefs, and that's a sensitive topic.
Yeah.
So, no.
It would seem like a difficult topic to like take and like learn more about it on, because who knows what the end result could be when you take, if they give you out a final exam and you're required to take this and you don't know what you're reading or what is being talked about in like throughout the whole course or so. But anyway,